Hi everyone, welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, Snow Presents. So today is December 30, and we're coming close to the end of this visual novel. So it ends on New Year's Day. So anyways, as for yesterday, December 29, there wasn't really much going on other than more practice for Kotori on walking with one cane, and it seems that Kotori's pushing really hard. It's like, well, I want to be able to walk normally, and by the time I return on New Year's Day to my parents, I want them to be surprised. So, in a sense, Kotori's pushing really hard to be able to walk normally, and as a little test to see if Kotori's mobility is improving, she tried to kiss Aoi while standing. And given that Aoi is tall, he had to try hard to bend over to allow Kotori to reach up to him. And we got a little decision loop where Aoi decides whether or not he wants to help Kotori and allow her to kiss him, or back away. It's like, well, this is ridiculous. So anyways, that's over with. Let's see what happens today. Okay, so today is December 30th. So apparently it's close to the last day of the year. So tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and it's also the day where we're doing a big cleanup at the Flying Fish Manor. Okay. Well, it's just Kotori and me doing the cleanup over this really big house or dormitory. And we see Kotori cleaning. And she's coughing. It's like, oh, so it's dusty here. Well, I'm usually the one that's cleaning most of the place because I'm the dorm mother. But yeah, it's a really big place. Oh, so usually everyone is here. So I have everyone take part in cleaning. So it's basically having, well, I'm not sure. So let's see. You have Aoi, Kotori, Kanako, that's 3. The twins, 4, 5. And then the other 3, so Sanae, Ryoko, and Yuka. So that's 8. So I have all 8 people, including me, clean the place. But anyways, let's take the opportunity to clean this place out. So Kotori's happily cleaning the... And can Hat help? Well, I'm busy, so Hat wants to play with Kotori. Aw, too bad. So Hat flaps his wings and is trying to copy what Kotori's doing. Well, I don't think Hat can do anything. So hey, you can't just undust things with your wings. You're gonna get dust all over your wings. And that's gonna be much harder to clean. Well, you know, what are you gonna do with all that extra dust on your wings? Well, you're becoming annoying, so go outside. And okay, so Kotori picks up Hat and throws him out the front door. Well, that's a really bad way to treat a duck. Well, that hat is so annoying. Well, so now with hat out of the way, so something about do koiseto. So when Kotori's done wiping and cleaning, she's collecting some of the items, or probably junk, and putting them in the living and dining room. So this is going to be hard. So apparently there's some leftover items, so people who've lived here in the past and they graduated and they left all their belongings behind. And it kind of reminds us of the time when we had the Soaring Club in the garage. So that was in the very beginning when Aoi and Kotori first saw Amane on the drawing board in the garage, and like the Flying Fish Manor, it has a long history and their belongings from previous Soaring Club members. So that garage has been demolished thanks to Tobioka-sensei. But then again, there were a lot of junk and we had no idea where it came from. And likewise, there was Amane senpai in there. So yes, the Amane senpai that was on the drawing board and hungry for days. Well, let's throw out all this junk together. Well, I want to make sure, so I don't want to throw everything away yet, so there might still be some use for these junk. Oh, so I also want to make sure the other boarders don't want to keep it. So make sure they all agree before I throw it out. Wait a minute, so this is not beautiful yet. So Kotori says it as she points to one of the boxes. Wait, so what's this? And he takes it out. Wait, so isn't this the electric massager tool? So I think somebody else bought it in the past and they didn't use it, or they didn't take it with them and they left it behind. So it's a handheld electric massaging tool. So yeah, I'm sure that this was ordered by one of the graduates who left it behind. Kotori says it with vigilance for some reason. So because it had come out from the storage, it's probably so. So apparently when the boarder was about to leave, she stuffed it in the box and then pretty much just tossed it in. And it looks new. And it shows no signs of use. So I'm not sure how to say it. It's like you buy something and you change your mind and you can't return it, so it just becomes junk. And for some reason, I see that you have some... You're thinking about something. So Kotori says it in a low voice. Wait, so what do you mean? So, FYI, this is a massaging tool, and it's only to be used for massaging purposes. And I want you to not think of any other things. So is Kotori still upset about Aoi after when Kotori was looking up something on the catalog and Aoi said the wrong words and it gave Kotori the feeling that he was thinking about something suggestive, I would say, and that got Kotori upset. Well, I didn't say anything, so come on, just don't misinterpret or don't assume things. Well, I can see from your eyes that something isn't right. Wait, so what do my eye, or how do my eyes look? But then again, I wonder if you really wanted it, or you want to be close to me. Wait, so is that how you always see me? Uh-oh, that's not a good question. So the way that you're looking at me makes it very suspicious. And I can kind of sense what you are thinking about. And that assumption is also extreme. Well, then again, I can see that you're getting tired a lot lately. And I really want to help you somehow. It's like, well, you've been practicing walking a lot and I'm sure you're getting tired easily. So it's my job to help you in some way so that you don't wake up with pain in your legs. Well, still, I can still sense something harmful or suspicious from your eyes. Really? So just by looking at me? Says Aoi. So my eyes show what's going on. And Kotori just can't say much anymore. Well, anyways, that's considered junk, so throw it away, okay? Don't have anybody keep it. Not including, or especially for you. Okay. And Kotori's still not, or she still doesn't trust Aoi. So apparently, Kotori then takes away the massage tool, and then she just tosses it into one of the cardboard boxes. So she pretty much tosses it like someone's throwing something away in trash. Okay. And then we continue to clean. Okay, so now that they've cleaned up and they put most of the trash by, or the junk by the front door, apparently it looks like I took a second look and found that the massage tool is missing. And that's not a good sign. So he knows that Kotori took it out secretly. Wait, is this garbage? So open it without any care. Oh, so he looks at other items in the junk pile, or the boxes of junk, and he finds this. It's like, wait, what's wrong with this? And Kotori notices what Aoi's seen, so she quickly jumps in front of Aoi. He's like, no, don't look at this. So Kotori snatches that from my hand. Okay, so this is the black history that Kotori's talking about. And I wonder what problems does that have, or what kind of memories does it trigger for Kotori? Wait. So it must trigger something bad in your memories, right? And that's why you call it Black History. So it is the volleyball uniform that Kotori used to wear, and if you remember from her individual character route in the original visual novel, so If My Heart Had Wings, Kotori, or Hibari mentioned that Kotori was part of the volleyball club, and that's the uniform that she wore. So Kotori tries to stuff it back into the boxes. Well, it's done, so it should be tossed. Wait, that's kind of bad, so why are you tossing this out if it does have lots of memories for you? And Kotori can't explain about it. So, come to think of it, Kotori mentioned about this the day before yesterday. So I think this was mentioned in one of the events on December 28th. So I have to dispose it before that cleanup day, and Kotori failed to meet that goal. So I must dispose that Black History. And if Aoi sees it, it's going to be a problem. And he saw it. So, apparently, Aoi remembers what Kotori said, and it's like, that makes sense. And he also remembers that Kotori put this in her to-do list, so dispose that Black History. There you go, so dispose Black History. And I wonder why that volleyball uniform would be a Black History for Kotori. So, what's the big problem that Kotori's trying to bury under her memories, or behind everything else? So yeah, he wonders, so why is it Black History? Well, it's not really the Black History, it's, so apparently it can be misinterpreted as some Leewood cosplay costume. There you go. Well, come to think of it, it does seem like it. So, let's see. When Kotori showed me this, she left it as it was. But then again, so I'm sure back in the days when you were in the volleyball club, you looked pretty cool, right? Or you looked pretty hot, right? Okay, so I think the problem was that... So there were probably many embarrassing moments that Kotori had in the past while she was wearing this uniform, and she doesn't want to remember it, and that's why she wants to trash it or toss it. And that's why this is Black History. Okay, let's see. So there was a poem that she wrote a long time ago, The Slightly Painful Self, while playing in public, the many mistakes that she's done in her life. And so apparently back in the days, Kotori didn't think it was embarrassing, so, oh, it was cool and interesting. But then as she grew up, she started realizing, well, that was embarrassing, and she wants to bury that memory. And that's why she calls it Black History. But for I was like, well, you shouldn't throw this out. So you shouldn't throw your memories out. Because this was the time when you were still in the volleyball club and you want to have it as good memories. Well, so yeah, you shouldn't throw all this out. So think about it. So I wonder, so if I put this back or wear this again, I wonder if it's going to generate all the questionable, suspicious H thoughts for you. And that gets Aoi thinking. Wait, so what's going on? So what are you thinking about? Well, so thinking about it, I think you'll look good in this. So, it's good or it's positive in some ways, but so Kotori gives Aoi the suspicious gaze. Okay, so I was like, well, there's not really many pictures of you in the past, so when you were happy and before the time before you got injured. So it'll be good to see you in this uniform. So because I want to see what you were like in the past. Okay. So I wonder what Kotori did with the photos. Maybe she threw some out because, well, when she was in the wheelchair, she kind of felt regretful. It's like, well, I can't do this anymore, so I don't want to be reminded of the golden days. And Kotori is now hesitating about what to do with this. So it's like, well, Aoi says not to throw away this uniform. But still, I want to throw it away. Well, if you want to, can you at least show me you wearing this once? Yes? So, well, it's okay. So, I just want to see you wear it once. So, I put my hands together, and so apparently he's begging Kotori. He's like, please, I just want to see it once. And I'm sure this act of getting Kotori to wear the uniform and Kotori wearing it might be considered another Black History memory for Kotori at a future date. So please, Kotori. And it kind of looked like Aoi's being desperate. But then again, it looks like Kotori is starting to reconsider. So have your second thoughts. Well, I guess it can't be helped. So Aoi's like, okay, so at least I got Kotori to reconsider. So, I'll show it to you. Once. Okay.
本当に見せるだけだからね。
So I'm only going to show you, so no one else. And I was like, okay, I know. So, let's see. Kotori looks at me with a strong nod. Okay, so we're back on the calendar, and that was the end of that event. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here because the next event, this one, so Kotori does go into her old volleyball uniform, and likewise, it eventually leads to another H scene. So yes, Aoi did have some pretty dirty thoughts in his mind as Kotori was wearing the uniform. And for the original visual novel, there was actually a Sweet Love patch available from Poltop. So if you purchase one of the early versions, you could get this patch from Poltop, and it adds extra H scenes for each of the characters. So Kotori's was the volleyball uniform, Ageha's was the racer uniform, or the cheerleader uniform. Amane's was the kimono, and the twins, Asa and Yoru, it was the maid uniform. So anyways, going back to this title, it looks like we're coming close to the end, just 2 more days. And I'm sure after the H event for the 30th, Kotori's going to toss the uniform away, and in a sense, she'll clear another item on her to-do list, so throw away Black History. But anyways, with that in mind, let's see what happens tomorrow.